Shedeur Sanders got the start. Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett hurt. First quarter wasn't great. This is 3rd and 9, using his feet. And he's going to run for 10 yards. That's the first down. Keeps the drive moving. Later in the drive, it's 3rd and 12. Sanders, Jamari, thrash. But it's short of a first down, so it's 4th down now for the Browns. They go for it on 4th and 1, empty set, trying to evade, and you know what? He's just got to throw this thing away. So a tough start for Shedeur and the Browns. But the second quarter, he found his rhythm, and it was a primetime performance. 2nd and goal. How about finding Caden Davis for 6? And that was an NFL throw. We're tied up at 7 at this point. Later in the second quarter, 2nd and 12 for the Browns. And watch this throw. He evades. Look at the touch. And Luke Floria with the one-handed catch. Great throw. Even better catch by Floria. Later in the drive, Sanders again sidesteps the rush, and that's another touchdown. And you know what? Even LeBron likes it. He's like, yo, that young king looking good out there. Keep it up. Sanders 14 of 23 for 138 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hey, the Browns win 30-10. Here is Shedeur on his performance.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't nervous, so I didn't really have too much adrenaline. It was just getting comfortable. That's all it is. Plenty of games before, like I was nervous, but I felt like I knew the answers to the test. So it's like when you feel unprepared, then when you don't feel like you're ready for the moment. I know I'm ready for the moment. Did I play up to par? No, I don't feel like I did. But overall, the main goal was to win, and that's honestly what we did.
All right, ahead on SportsCenter. What comes next for Shedeur Sanders and the Browns quarterback competition? But why you should pump the brakes on the idea of Sanders becoming the starter there in Cleveland anytime soon. Panthers starter Bryce Young, look, he was just as impressive in that preseason debut against the Browns. Young only got 2 series of work, but he led Carolina on a touchdown before he took a seat, including a pretty 35-yard deep ball to first-round pick Teteroa McMillan, and he was very efficient as well on the night. 4 of 6, 58 yards passing, and a TD pass.
Brian, last year's NFL darlings were the Commanders. They're facing the Patriots. Maybe this year's NFL darlings started the Mike Vrabel.
Playoffs.
Yeah, they did. More than 21 miles per hour also on the return. Would have been the fastest touchdown the Patriots scored all of last season. They're up 7-0 immediately. 16 rush yards, that score also at 12 yards passing. Patriots win by 30.
Nights in. We'll find a way to show them a little bit of love, both of them, frankly, in their preseason tilt against the Bills. Start with the 3rd overall pick, Mr. Carter. Take a look at him here. Solid rush on 3rd and 15. The inside move gets to Trubisky, but Trubisky gets it out of there. Carter going up against 4-time Pro Bowler Deion Dawkins here. Another nice move from the young pass rusher. Once again, Trubisky, the vet, gets the ball out, but again, nice little duck under to force the movement. 6 snaps for Carter. He would finish with 2 QB pressures. Now for the 25th overall pick, Jackson Dart. Start of the second quarter, he's letting it fly. Lil Jordan Humphrey, a.k.a. LJ Humphrey out of Texas on the receiving end of this absolute dime as his first NFL touchdown. Just under 7 minutes to go, 1st and 10, Dart showing the elusiveness. Surveys, steps up, takes a shot at the end there. 12 of 19, 154 yards with that touchdown, including 24 yards rushing. Giants go on to win 34-25. Let's get to SportsCenter on the road. Here's Kaylin Kaler.
Effective, aggressive, confident. That's how Giants head coach Brian Daboll described the debut of rookie first-rounder Jackson Dart. In his first NFL action, Dart put together 3 scoring drives in 4 possessions, including a successful 2-minute drill and a 28-yard touchdown on a go ball while being hit. Not only was he great through the air, but he was also the team's leading rusher. The only person who wasn't impressed? Dart himself. Daboll said Dart told him postgame that his performance was mid.
What's mid now mean? That was mid. That was his response. He's pretty hard on himself, I'll say that. Yeah, you got to ask him about what mid means.
I feel like, personally, like I'm really hard on myself. So in those moments, like I want to capitalize on that. Those possessions in those crunch time situations, really determine the outcome of games. So, like I said, I feel like I can do a lot more.
Daboll was careful not to overemphasize one preseason performance from his rookie quarterback, but he said the traits that Dart displayed were exactly what they saw on tape while scouting him. Next up for Dart and the Giants, joint scrimmages against the Jets, followed by a second preseason game next weekend. From Orchard Park, Kaylin Kaler, ESPN.
SportsCenter on the Road is presented by Geico. Get more with Geico.
J.J. McCarthy is essentially a rookie, having missed all of last season, but he was back under center for the Vikings. They were hosting the Texans in their first preseason first quarter action, 2nd and 9 for the Vikes. McCarthy rolling left, finding Jordan Addison for the 5-yard gain, making that connection early and often, frankly. Next play is 3rd and 4. Here goes McCarthy to Addison one more again on the crossing route. Addison gets upfield, 10-yard gain for the first down. We move along to later in the drive. 2nd and 5 on their own 33. Once again, after the sidestep, finding Addison. Heck of a catch by Addison. Heck of a sightline from McCarthy. Later in the drive, 3rd and 4 now to Lucky Jackson. Cannot make the catch, though. They can't convert. 4th and 4. Vikings going for it. McCarthy finding a way to escape. Here's what Justin Jefferson had to say about it.
He's look comfortable out there. He's going through the motions. I feel like he's making the proper reads. He's not forcing anything. He's just letting the game come to it, which we enjoy and we love to see from him, especially the mobile part, him getting out that pocket on that 4th down and on the run.
If he can find Jennings the way he found Addison, they'll be just fine. McCarthy 4 of 7 for 30 yards. Vikings win by 10. So we're back with Herm Edwards to delve a little further into those performances, beginning with one J.J. McCarthy. First game back in nearly a year after he tore his meniscus, took him out all last season. What'd you see from him?
He had tremendous poise in the pocket, and you like it. You're talking about a guy got injured. Now, this is the first time he's coming back in live football game. I know it's preseason, but it's live. He was very good in the pocket and got in some early, easy throws. And he is talented now. That throw right there is a difficult throw. Made 2 really good throws on the run. You can see his ability here to run a little bit smart, get out of bounds. Little play action to hold the defense. A nice throw here to the boundary. Very nice throw. So, when you look at this guy, I mean, this is why they drafted him. He's just got to stay healthy. But I tell you what, he has a lot of talent, this young man.
Yeah, that's the thing that was so questionable about him coming out of Michigan was whether or not he was being hidden in that offense, but now he's getting a chance to shine and taking advantage of it. Now, moving over to the G-Men. Jackson Dart, his debut under that franchise. You said he reminds you of another quarterback that Brian Daboll got to coach?
Well, yeah, Josh Allen. When you think about it. Now, he's not as big as Josh Allen, but he's mobile like Josh Allen. And he has tremendous arm talent and strength. When you watch him play, I said, if you're Coach Daboll, you're saying, this guy reminds me of that guy that plays in Buffalo that I got to coach. Because he's big, he's strong. Look at his throw here. He's getting hit, stays in the pocket. Nice throw there. I mean, so the Giants, you got yourself a quarterback. There's no doubt about that. And look at him here. Watch him run. Reminds you a lot of Josh Allen the way he plays football. But he does. Now, you got to tell him you got to go down.
Right.
Don't take those hits. You got to tell him to slide. Right. Know when the journey's over, protect yourself and slide.
Feet first instead of head first. That's exactly how you make yourself.
Don't get hit.
Give yourself a long career in this league. So,
right.
Giants fans are certainly hopeful. We will see how it all pans out, but always appreciate the knowledge, sir. With the one and only number 1, Cam Ward. He and the Titans taking on the Buccaneers. Early second quarter is where we get it started. Ward's second drive after a 3-and-out. Plenty of time and plenty of poise. Finding Calvin Ridley, a 27-yard gain for his first completion of the game. Very next play, it's after a penalty, 1st and 20 for him. This time showing off the touch. Over one defender, underneath another one, a first down to, once again, Calvin Ridley. 2 plays later, it's more Ward to Ridley. 13-yard gain. On 3 targets, he was 3 for 3 to the veteran wideout. First down, Titans. Later in the drive, it's 3rd and 9. Money down. This time finding Chigokonkwo for the stick at the sticks for a first down. And then 3 plays later, Tyler Lockett on the receiving end. 2nd and goal now. Tony Pollard does the dirty work. Titans would lose, though.
I felt good operation-wise. We really didn't have any MAs. I think the biggest thing was just us being able to play in a real game atmosphere together, getting the vibe of each other, and then playing together like we did. It's not really too different from college. Just more being, I would say, alerted on 3rd downs. Just the cans that you can get to in Coach Callahan's offense, and then just getting the ball out when it needs to be out. I got to maximize my drives. I had a 3-and-out in the first quarter, and that was all we did. So just maximize my drives and, just trying to continuously move the chains. You got to be able to get a defensive break.
Number 2 off the board was the potential 2-way contributor for the Jags, Travis Hunter. First preseason game for him was against the Steelers. First quarter, Jags 3rd and 5 at their own 39. Hunter, number 2 receiver from the top of your screen, Trevor Lawrence, finding him on the quick slant route. Nice little easy pitch and catch to get the juices flowing. That's a gain of 3. Later in the drive, it's 3rd and 12. Lawrence from the gun. Hunter out of the bunch, tries to spin out of the tackle there, but gets taken down. Some fast feet from the youngin. 6-yard gain, 10 offensive snaps for him. Those were his 2 receptions, totaling 9 yards. In the second quarter, Hunter lined up at corner, nub side of the offense, goes in to make the tackle, cannot. Caleb Johnson stepping over that tackle. Hunter played 8 defensive snaps in this one, missed that tackle but was not targeted. Here's Liam Cohen on the performance.
I think he made a couple good catches on some option routes and missed the 1 tackle defensively that I noticed. Like, that was the only things that I kind of noticed about his overall play. In terms of that, I'll have to watch the tape on how he operated defensively a little bit more. He wanted to keep playing offense. After the first drive, he came up to me. He's like, "Can I go back in on O?" I'm like, no, time to go on D. So that was no problem from a communication standpoint.
Okay, before we go any further, let's get Coach Herm Edwards here to discuss this here, because yesterday we talked about the balance of offensive and defensive snaps for one Travis Hunter. I know he has the iron lungs, but it's about management all the while. So how do you feel like the Jaguars approached that Saturday night?
Well, I thought what they did really a nice job of this, allowing him to play offense first. Why? It gets the fan base all excited. And what do? First play of the game, they throw him a pass. Throw him a little hitch pass. He catches it, and really can't, go anywhere with it. But they got him involved in the offense early. I mean, the fan base is excited about it. Here, same route again, okay. And so here we go. And then he played a little bit of defense. Yeah. I played corner. The issue I have is this, to be quite honest. When the season starts, not preseason, how are they going to use this guy? They're saying we're going to use him 30 plays on offense and maybe 40 plays on defense. That's 70 plays. That's a lot of plays for a young football player. I think if I was the coach, I would use him on defense. I'd play him at corner. I would use him as a specialist on offense. Right. I'd give him a series of plays, situational football, 3rd down, red zone. I don't know what they're going to do, but I do know this. If they try to play him 70 plays every game, that's going to be very difficult.
That's a lot on a wiry frame like Travis Hunter, even if he does put on a little something as far as weight goes.
Yeah, he did it in college.
Right.
But
different ball game.
The ball teams that he's playing with now, they play on Sundays.
Yeah.
This is professional football.
Grown men.
I love the guy.
Yes.
I think he's an outstanding athlete, a great football player, but don't marginalize the guy and wear him out by making him play both ways.
Yeah, finding little packages to get him in on those sub sort of categories that he can come in there, have those special plays built for him. That is how you likely maximize on his talent. Now, shifting a little bit to the top pick overall, Cam Ward. We know that it's essential for rookies like him to get off to fast starts just generally, and got an early scoring drive out there for Tennessee. How did you feel he did in the first showing?
Well, I thought, anxiety. Sure. He's got a lot of pressure on him, and he's the first player pick. He goes to a place that basically wasn't very good last year, right? And he's the quarterback, right? But they got a quarterback. Now, what they have to do with Cam Ward is they got to protect him. He has arm talent. He has mobility. He made some nice throws here away from coverage. I like that one right there. Guys running across the field. He sits in the pocket. He doesn't have antsy feet. He can read the protection. They got to protect him. They gave up 52 sacks last year. 52. That's how you get quarterbacks beat up. So they got to make sure they help him. He can't do it all. He can't throw it and catch it and block as well. He's got to play quarterback. But they have a franchise quarterback.
I'll tell you one other thing he did well. Find a veteran receiver in Calvin Ridley. Just find him, go to him if you need to. In any case, we are far from done with you, Herm. Stick around for us. We'll get back to you in just a minute.
Thank you.
We had a 70s show take place in Jacksonville, by the way. Word to Fez. Cam Little, 6th-round pick out of Arkansas in 2024. And whooping suey from 70 yards out. Young boy lets it fly. Sideline goes crazy. Not the NFL record since it's the preseason, but it's still certainly noteworthy. Cam Little, have yourself a night. Moving along to Patrick Mahomes and them, fresh off a Super Bowl trip, not a win. They opened up their preseason Saturday against the Cardinals. Early first quarter, no score. Chiefs, 1st and goal. Mahomes to Jason Brownlee on the back shoulder throw. Nice little start to the season. That was Mahomes' only pass attempt before being taken out of the game. So he cashes in on it. Chiefs up 7-0 early. Now, Kyler Murray was also fully suited and booted for the Cards in this one. 2nd and 7 at the KC 45. Finding Marvin Harrison Jr. for 15 yards. It's a first down for Arizona. Later in the drive, 1st and 10. Murray rolling left. Looking, but finding Jayden Hicks, who plays for Kansas City. Murray not happy, obviously, with this one. You can see on the replay, Hooks just finding Murray's eyes the entire time. Murray went 7 for 8 with 96 yards. That interception